So today I wanted to share with you guys my 4-month postpartum and also my 4-month baby update with you guys all at the same time because I wanted to just combine it into one video. And my baby is right now currently 4.5 months old. He's like sitting right across from me in his bumbo seat. It's so cute. And yeah, so he's close to 5 months now. He'll be 5 months August 7th. And there has been a lot of changes. I know I should have started this video starting from when he was like a month, but only because I decided to do videos and share my personal story of motherhood through YouTube like recently. So I just started recently, so I'm gonna start from 4 months, and I kind of wrote down everything. So when we took him for his 4-month checkup to his pediatrics, he was 16 pounds and 7.5 ounces and 25 inches tall and head circumference of 42 centimeters. So the doctor said he's very healthy and slightly big for his age, but very, very healthy. Mind you that he's only on breast milk, so I'm very darn proud of that. He hasn't started solids yet, and we are planning on introducing solids when he's close to about 5 to 5.5 months. At 4 months, he is sitting up better and better. He still needs support to stay upright safely, and he loves to sit on his bumbo seat, like he's sitting on his bumbo seat right now. It's so cute. And he always needs to be attended, of course. So when I put him on his bumbo seat, he doesn't usually last no longer than 10-15 minutes, but if I put him there like first thing in the morning, that's where he goes to do his number 2. So I think it helps him to push better, so he likes sitting there to go to the bathroom. Kind of just want to stick with exclusive breast milk for now because I heard that's the best thing to do until he's at least 6 months, and that's according to WebMD and American Associates of Pediatrics. And I spoke to my lactation consultant a few days ago, and she said we are on a good track and it's best to stick to, or recommended to stick to, breast milk for at least up to 6 months. So we're gonna kind of start earlier than 6 months, but I'd rather like stick closer to 6 months. So we are aiming for at least 5 to 5.5 months when we start solids. So yeah, I'm gonna hold off on the solids for another few weeks. But he started gaining interest in food. Like when we're eating at our dining table, he would just stare at us and be really intrigued by the way we eat, the way we chew, and the food that's on the plate. But I don't want to wait completely till like he's 6 months, because I know that I heard that he'll be more reluctant to try new things because he's going to be stuck up in his own ways, and I don't want that to happen. So we're going to introduce solids when he's about 5 to 5.5 months. He loves to see and interact with people, and he loves to meet eye contact, and every time he meets eye contact he smiles like such a happy baby. And I think he's so social. He's like a social butterfly. He meets any new stranger, whoever it is, he just always gives a pleasant, bubbly smile. So cute. He's drooling a lot. Like we would have to change his bib every hour to 2 hours because it like gets completely soaked. So I think he's definitely teething. He's always putting both of his fists in his mouth. So greedy. And he's more irritable and fussier throughout the day, I noticed, because he is teething. Oh yeah, so he started grabbing onto things. So whatever he sees, he just grabs and puts it in his mouth. I don't know like when he started this. It was just like a day before he started grabbing and putting things in his mouth. He just started like, just grabbing. But the next thing you know, he puts it in his mouth. He hasn't rolled over yet. Although we're not really concerned about this, like we haven't really practiced tummy time until he was at least like 3 months. So we are trying to at least give him twice a day on his tummy to play. He really doesn't like tummy time at all. So whenever he tries to get like really fussy and whining, we put him back on his back. But we do try to practice and let him play on his tummy. He doesn't really like it though. But I heard that most babies don't roll over until about like 4 to 6 months. So, he's still at his 4 month mark. So we're not too concerned. We are giving him time to practice. So I lay him on his stomach and I put him on his side and then flip him over, like help him to just roll over. And he can do that. So we're trying to get him adjusted to like being able to roll over so he can do that on his own. And he started recognizing his caregivers. So he recognizes, of course, mommy and daddy because we're like the main caregivers. And I'm mostly at my parents like almost every other day. So he, of course, recognizes my mom, my dad, my grandmother, and my sister. And so he's fine when I'm not around, but not for a long period of time. I let him stay with my parents ever since he was like a month old. So my parents took care of him while I would run and do errands and whatnot and go to the gym. But that's only like an hour to 3 hours max. So he's fine with that amount of time. But if it exceeds and when he's tired or if he's cranky, he definitely needs me to put him to sleep. Oh, for Noah's 4 month sleep regression, oh my gosh. So the dreading sleep regression has started. So what is sleep regression? Sleep regression is when babies are more alert and learning and developing throughout the day. So they are having changes in their sleep and nap time. He started yesterday. So before that, he was fine sleeping well throughout the night. We will put him down to bed around 7:38 and he would sleep all the way till 10:30 most of the nights. Most of the time until 10:30 with intermittent waking up for diaper change and feeding. That was about 2 or 3 times a night, but he would fall asleep like right away after we change his diaper or after we feed him. But starting from yesterday, we noticed that like he was up almost every other like hour, and like it literally 10 to 15 minutes he would wake up whining and then he would go back to sleep and repeat that over and over. So sleep regression is, this probably sounds familiar, your sweet little 4-month-old baby who was sleeping well at night and taking longer restorative naps during the day has suddenly turned into a sleepless, cranky mess. Gone are the long stretches of sleep between feedings. Gone is somewhat predictable sleep schedule. Now you have an exhausted, fussy baby on your hands, one who won't fall asleep, let alone stay asleep. What's going on here? Ear infection, early tooth, sudden and dramatic personality change? None of those. Most likely, this is certainly the 4-month sleep regression. So after 4 months, though, all bets are off. As your baby's brain matures around the 4-month mark, her sleeping patterns change. They become more like yours. Now she is crying. Now she is cycling between light and deep sleep, just like you. When you look at it this way, it's clear that the 4-month sleep regression is a very normal, very healthy developmental milestone, just like learning to walk and talk. So if your baby is currently going through the 4-month sleep regression, congratulations. Her growth and development is right on track. Here's a thing to remember about the 4-month sleep regression. It doesn't go away. What? It's different in that sense than the other sleep regressions that happen at 8, 9, or 10 months, and the toddler sleep regressions that happen at 18 months and 2 years old. What? This is not the only sleep regression we're gonna get. It's gonna happen at 8, 9, and 10 months, 18 months, and 2 years old. But those sleep regressions ultimately pass in a few weeks and your little one's sleep returns to normal. Not so with this one. The changes that happen with the 4-month sleep regressions are permanent. What? Please. Are you just saying that to prepare us for the worst? Oh my god. Why? 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 Please help us, Noah. Okay. But how can you cope? Here are a few strategies you can use to encourage your baby to sleep more during the 4-month sleep regression. Continue helping your baby fall asleep in the way he has been falling asleep until now. Swaddle and or offer a pacifier, which I did, and it actually helped for a couple of hours. Offer a dream feed. This isn't a foolproof strategy, but it works well for some babies. Offer a dream feed and top off right before you go to bed, and it may help your baby sleep a bit longer at night. Use a swing and then ask for help. But how to move past this sleep regression for good. So once you understand the what and why behind the 4-month sleep regression, and once you've taken steps to cope and stay rested in the short term, it's time to start teaching your baby a new way to sleep. This process is called sleep training or sleep coaching. Oh, baby, you're eating my finger. So how does this work? For starters, you look at how your baby falls asleep. Those are your baby sleep associations. Many babies depend on mom or dad to feed or rock or hold them to sleep. For example, once you've identified your baby's sleep associations, you begin to slowly wean your baby away from them in an effort to help your baby learn to fall asleep alone. There are many techniques and methods to do this. The one that you choose will depend on your family's unique circumstances, on your baby's temperament, and on your own unique parenting philosophy. So we heard about the, cried out method. And we tried it for one day for, I think, 15 to about 30 minutes. I couldn't stand it. I can't stand it. He was just crying. We let him cry straight for like 15, 30 minutes. But it was to a point where he couldn't breathe. So I don't think all of this method works for every baby. Like, I think each baby is individually unique, so we decided not to do the cried out method. How we put him to sleep, I usually just feed him and he falls right to sleep, or some nights it's easier than other nights. Most of the nights I put him to his side and I just tap him slowly on his shoulder and sing him a lullaby, and he babbles and tries to talk back, or I don't know if he's like sleep talking in his sleep, but he just falls asleep that way. And I think that's been working for us. I know I can't do this like indefinitely, but eventually I'm gonna have to find a way that he can sleep on his own. But for now, that's been working, and we'll try that method of sleep training him, and I'll update you guys on that. But once your baby falls asleep on his own without help from you, she or he will be able to put herself back to sleep at night when she wakes, and to eventually, when she is ready and is done with night feeding, sleep through the night. So good luck for you mothers out there that are going through this 4-month mark of sleep regression. But baby is super healthy and happy, and that's pretty much all I need right now, and some sleep. And for my postpartum update, starting from when I was 3 months postpartum, this was like approximately 3 months, I started noticing a lot of hair fall. Like, bless you! I noticed a lot of hair loss. Like, every time I would shower and look in the drain, I would have like a handful of hair loss. And for me, like, I've never really had any concern or problem with hair loss at all. Like, my whole entire life I had very full and thick hair, to the point where when I go to hair salons, they would be like, oh my gosh, you have so much hair. Like, everyone must be like so jealous and envious of your hair. So I was always, not concerned or worried or thought about like hair loss problems or anything. But now that I am losing and shedding a lot of hair, like, it kind of worries me to the point where I'm like, oh my god, what if I start going bald? Because literally this much hair every time I shower. And I'm thinking of getting a haircut so that it's less noticeable. And I'm still taking my prenatal vitamins. I'm taking postnatal vitamins now. After I gave birth to him, before that I was taking prenatal, now I'm taking postnatal, and on top of that I'm taking omega-3. Weight loss. So my pre-pregnancy weight, I was about 95 to 97 pounds. I'm very, very petite. I'm 5 feet flat. So that is like my healthy weight range. I fluctuate anywhere between 95 to 98 max. I used to. When I was pregnant, I was 130 when I delivered Noah. And now, 4.5 months postpartum, I am down to 103. So when I was pregnant, I ate whatever I wanted. I didn't like binge eat or anything, but since I was pregnant, I was like, okay, this is a chance for me to eat whatever I want. So I did eat whatever I wanted. Although I did eat quite healthy, I have to have salad every single day. Like, I could eat salad 3 times a day. And yeah, that was my main meal. But I would include, veggie burger, because when I have cravings for burger, I reach for veggie burger, the healthy option. And I would have like very bad sweet tooth, so I did. Actually, when I was pregnant, I didn't have any cravings for chocolates or anything. But the weird thing is, when I was pregnant, I didn't have any cravings for sweets towards the end of my pregnancy. So I like ate, ice cream, chocolate, or cookies and whatnot towards the end, like during like third trimester. So I did kind of gain all that weight from, all the sugar and stuff. So when I did deliver him, I was down to, I think, about 112 pounds. And then I was struggling there to lose all the weight. And now with consistent diet and consistent working out, I am down to 103 pounds. And I've been 103 pounds for about 2 weeks now. And I'm trying to gradually lose the weight, so I'm not too concerned about like losing the weight all at once. So my goal is to go back to at least, I wouldn't say back to my pre-pregnancy weight, because I know that I was very thin and skinny. So I want to maintain a healthy weight, and a healthy weight for me, I think, would be 98 to 100 pounds. I did not have any stretch marks, thank God, but I really think this has to do with genes. So if your mom had stretch marks when she was pregnant with you, of course, most likely you would have stretch marks. But I asked my mom if she had any stretch marks, and she said she didn't. So I didn't get any stretch marks. I didn't really use any type of special like coconut oil or lotion for my stretch marks at all, and I didn't have any. So I think it's really, really genetics. But it's good to, of course, moisturize while you are pregnant so that you don't, get the stretch marks more severely. But I also wanted to show you guys like my belly after and before the whole I had C-section, so I had stitches, and currently like my stitches are looking a lot better, of course, obviously from before, but I'll show you like the progression of it and the progress of the healing progress. And I've been putting on what's called this tape called Scar Away, so I put it on my scar, and it's supposed to help like eliminate any like scars and stuff. I think overall I'm like losing weight all over my body except my tummy. I think tummy is like the hardest part to lose all the weight, so I do have the mommy tummy. This is what it looks like 4 months postpartum. As you can see, I still have this like bulge, and I had this taken off when I was pregnant, and I tried it back on when, you know, after I delivered, and it actually went back in, so I have this back on. But my skin, it's drooping, so this part, I don't know, this used to be a lot tighter, but now it's like sagging. But that's all due to like my big belly. But so this is the side, and then this is the front. And then as for breastfeeding, I have a very good amount of breast milk that I produce each day. Like, I think I'm actually overproducing milk because I have so much milk that I have to freeze it. I have like a whole freezer stashed with milk at my parents' place because I couldn't store it at my place. We don't have enough space here, so I took it to my parents' place to store it in their freezer. So we have just, I think, at least 3 to 4 months supply of milk right now stashed away. I'm gonna continue breastfeeding for, I guess, a year. We'll see about that. So yeah, thanks for watching, you guys. I will give you more updates, probably his 5-month update. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you liked this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe to our channel.